Bây giờ đi dự lễ ra trường của Kỳ Măng nè. Đi vô dự lễ ra trường của Kỳ Măng. Kelly Châu, Mỹ Quang, đây là con là Kelly. Chào có cái béo trường hợp nữa.
Good evening, everyone. I am pleased to see so many of you in attendance on the special occasion where we pay tribute to your sons and daughters. They reach a milestone in their pursuit of their educational endeavors this evening, and I am pleased to be able to share this event with you. And now, our Student Council President, Tanveer Singh, will lead us in saluting our nation's flag and singing our national anthem.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem.
And
impossible. Then they seem improbable. And then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. My graduating classmates, well, we're stubborn. Once we believe in something, we will do whatever it takes to finish our task. Likewise, when we set a goal for ourselves, we will reach that goal. My fellow classmates, because I know that you all will reach that goal, I advise you to aim high. Stop at nothing, for I know that no obstacle can come in your way. Life is like a game of archery. You have to pull back the arrow before you shoot. In life, when you set your mind to something, you will, at first, be pulled and be dragged behind. However, you must realize if you work hard enough, if you pull the arrow hard enough, you will hit the bullseye. Ladies and gentlemen, I have grown up with this class for almost a decade, so I know that if they aim very high, believe in themselves, and work hard enough, they can accomplish anything. Thank you, teachers and parents, for helping us set up our bows and arrows. But now our graduating class of 2015 is ready to take the shot. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tanvi. Next up, we give our graduates a silver coin. The silver coin was carefully chosen as a symbol given to Challenger graduates representing the true value we place on education. Each coin contains 1 troy ounce of silver and portrays on one side the Challenger crest. The reverse side is inscribed with the words knowledge, work, responsibility. These are values that we have tried to instill in the hearts and minds of each graduate tonight. I think we have succeeded. The silver is symbolic in that it becomes more valuable as time passes. Society places a great value on silver. While the value of other commodities may tarnish and diminish as time passes, the value of silver and the value of a quality education do not. Mrs. Monica Spiro, Shawnee's elementary director, will present the silver coins to our graduates. Kelly Châu. Tanvi Gangakekar. Dylan Pham. Nicole Pham. Kevin Tran. Tom Abraham. Shreya Basireddy. Andrew Gaskell. Roma Kadambi. Gursimran Mavi. Tanveen Singh. Cyrus Bagwadia. Angelina Delia. Haripriya Dukipati. Roxana Gorgolevsky. Pranav Janjam. And Lin Chi Wen. Thank you, Mrs. Spire.
out of our element, and we didn't know how to handle all these new pressures. We wanted to feel special in our own way, and slowly but surely, we have accomplished that goal. How, you might ask? We all grew together, learned together, taught each other. We developed self-confidence, became less awkward, and grew into our own skins. The importance of doing our best and working hard was ingrained into us. If I were to see myself 3 years ago, I wouldn't know who I was looking at. Challenger has influenced our whole class by instilling many important values into our lives. The 5 values: honesty, integrity, trust, self-worth, and self-reliance play an important part in our lives, not only in our work, but also in our transition to high school. Many aspects of the curriculum integrated with these values allowed us to understand how to shape ourselves into the people we hope to become. The science fair contributed to this development because it presented an environment in which we would have to challenge ourselves to think outside the box. We would have to make scientific discoveries and create inventions using nothing but our own minds to do so, and developing the essential skills of thinking for ourselves along the way. Our spring program offered an opportunity to create of ourselves whole new characters. In just a few short weeks, we would come together as a class and work towards inventing a fantastical world, using nothing but ourselves and a few props, pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones, and developing confidence as we did so. And of course, we all loved creating our own city from nothing but cardboard in our project Opportunity USA. We exhibited self-reliance and came together as a class when we took matters into our own hands and stood up to our unjust, tyrannical government, also known as Mr. Wollerston. Recognizing the oppression we faced under his government, the class refused to accept any bribery he promised us and rebelled, creating a new city, Opportunity Walk. We are free. This rebellion revealed the importance of integrity. We stood by each other's sides, though it seemed as if joining the opposite side would reap more benefits. As seen through these aspects of the curriculum, Challenger never settles for good enough. It pushed us to do our best and allowed us to constantly challenge ourselves. It showed us that we couldn't wait for opportunities to come knocking on our doors. We had to go out and grab them. As a result, we naturally held ourselves to higher standards and pushed ourselves beyond our limits. By doing so, we have prepared ourselves for the next chapter in our lives. Looking at my class, I see the great friends I have made over the many years I have spent with them. When looking back at the memories I have made with my class, I face no doubt about getting to know them well enough. Each and every single one of my classmates has taught me something. If I had not met even a single one of them, I would be a completely different person. I have learned much from my fellow graduates these past years, but one thing has really kept me going. I realize that each and every single one of us has achieved a lot more than we think we have. If we look back and reflect on our achievements, we will all find one thing in common. In order to achieve, we took risks and we aimed high. What's the point of life if we don't take these risks and we don't aim high? As Henry David Thoreau said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. I also have my teachers to thank for our breakthrough in feeling special. They provided us with valuable, much appreciated support and nurtured our self-confidence, building upon it and helping us break out of our shells. The teachers we have had not only taught their subjects, but also the right attitude to keep while living in the real world. Mr. Liu has taught us to have fun with whatever we do. Mr. Wollerston has taught us to go deep into whatever we decide to plunge into. Mrs. Basu has taught me so much, but the biggest thing I've learned from her is to always keep a positive attitude. Mr. Hamilton, a not only funny, but also down-to-earth teacher, taught us to live every aspect of life that we can find. Mrs. Aurora, a very practical, self-assured teacher, taught us the importance of being comfortable in our own skins. Our teachers have paved the road to high school and beyond by equipping us with these values, We hope to keep these lessons close to our hearts and make each of our teachers proud of us. I would like to thank our parents by supporting us throughout our journey. Their constant affection and encouragement enabled us to shape ourselves into the people that we are today. Today, we all stand here, confident young men and women, ready to take on the world, thanks to them. Now, I don't know what the future holds, but I am sure of one thing. I will never forget any of my classmates, because if you looked at my character, you will find their fingerprints all over it. All of these people have something unique about them, and I sincerely hope that they will retain their individuality. We hope to see brilliant scientists, engineers, astronauts, teachers, mathematicians, doctors, and ambassadors come forth from these graduates. Now, for my fellow graduates, it's time. High school, college, the world is waiting for us. Let's show it what we've got.
Something we must learn, and we are led.
massive of silver, and on the back is engraved with their name. We appreciate the hard work and many accomplishments that we have witnessed from these lifetime students over the years. We also thank you. First, Kelly Châu. Tanvi Donkapetkar. Dylan Pham. Nicole Pham. Kevin Tran. Shreya Basaretti. Roma Kadambi. Gursimran Mavi. Cyrus Bagwadia. Haripriya Dukipati. Roxana Gorgolevsky. Pranav Janjam. And Lin Chi Wen. Thank you, Ms. Nationalis.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. I'm through accepting limits. Someone says
Good evening. All right, first and foremost, I would just like to say that I feel blessed to have been these 8th graders' teacher this year, and I also feel very blessed to be a part of this special night as well. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce our first graduate, Kelly Châu. Kelly has been an absolute joy to teach. I can honestly say that she's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, which is particularly remarkable considering that she's a teenager. I'm very relieved that she did not turn out like the many superficial characters that star in those Korean dramas that she so enjoys watching. She is always attentive and actively contributing class discussions, and I know as a class we've all benefited from her wisdom. I can tell that she is a very caring individual and people will respond in kind to her. Knowing this, I can rest assured that there will be many happy moments awaiting her in the future, as there usually are for those as warm-hearted and hardworking as her. So, Kelly Châu. Next up, we have Tanvi Gangkekar. Tanvi is extremely well-mannered and has a very caring personality. I can see that she is very close to her friends and that they think very highly of her in return. She is very independent and rarely asks for help. It seems that she truly prides herself in individual achievement. At the same time, she displays impressive selflessness and is more than willing to lend a hand to others. She's one of those people that you just can't get mad at, and you know if you're lucky enough to have her as a friend, she'll always have your back. Tanvi Gangkekar. And a few words, but that does not mean he does not have anything to say. Behind a stolid exterior there lies a fierce intellectual. We have seen this when he qualified for the finals of both the geography and the spelling bees this year. He commands a very wide breadth of knowledge that should not be underestimated, nor should it be ignored. This was no accident. This was the result of an acutely curious nature. And it's because of this nature that once he finds a genuine interest in any topic, subject, or field of work, you will find mastery and success. Dylan Pan. You know, when I set out to become an English teacher, one of my goals was to inspire my students with my passion for literature.
His smile never leaves his face. Whether he's answering a question in class, is unable to produce an assignment that was due, or even if he's superly worried about a test, he's smiling. He joined in 7th grade when it is very difficult to penetrate into the pre-existing cohorts, but his pleasant personality allowed him to become friends with everyone in no time. And although he has spent less than 2 years with this group, I believe that the friendships will last for years to come. He surprised us all with his stellar performance, I'm sure you remember that, as Paul Revere, with some improvisations thrown in all by himself, without the teacher's knowledge. A performance that we will remember for years to come. With your head and your heart in the right place, I have no doubt that the day is not too distant in the future when people will actually clamor for your autograph, Tom. I haven't got mine yet. Maybe I'll just drop by at EVHS sometime for it. Presenting Mr. Tom Abraham. Shreya Basi Reddy. This Mr. Hyde is intense, brooding, and really determined. His sweet, caring nature, though, is definitely way stronger, and it allows him to be quite popular. He has gone to lengths to show that he cares for his teachers and friends. Andrew, the genuine care that you have to do well in everything you attempt will be missed. I wish you the best in your years at Valley Christian and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Gaskell. Simran, your intelligence is way out of the ordinary, and I am convinced that you will be extremely successful in whatever you choose to do. Our next graduate, ready to take MITI head on, ladies and gentlemen, is Simran Mavi. Singh.
To help students develop in a way that prepares them for the vast amount of adversity they will face throughout their lives. But some students arrive pre-assembled. When a student comes across as so mature and prepared for life as to make her teachers feel superfluous, it speaks not only to her character, but also to that of the people who've had the largest influence on her life, her parents. So it goes without saying that I'm extremely proud to have the honor of reflecting upon the past educational experiences and achievements of a student whose future is so bright. Haripriya Dukipati. The greatest compliment that can be paid to a leader is to say that those whom they lead reflect all of the finest virtues of that leader. We all know how protective Roxana is of her siblings on this campus. And I think it is a testament to her leadership and character to see her younger sister Amelia stick up for her when such action is warranted. I do not envy those who stand in this student's way as she makes her way through life, because she will succeed at whatever it is she does, and she will crush those who stand in her way. Roxana Gorgolevsky. Angelina Dalia is our next graduate. Angelina Dalia. And our last graduate is Linji Wen. I like to eat. And with that, congratulations, graduates.
All right, thank you, teachers. It is my honor as the headmaster to deliver a brief farewell address. So tonight, parents, teachers, students, and graduates. Tonight we are gathered here to celebrate the accomplishments of 17 individuals. We are not here to merely honor them because they are good people, although for the most part, they are good people. We're not just recognizing the fact that they have finished 8th grade and will enter high school in the fall. Tonight, we bear witness when these 17 young adults close the page on their primary schooling and begin the next chapter of their lives. Many of these students had just turned 3 years old when they first started at Challenger. They were barely past the toddler stage. So cute and innocent. Now look at them. What happened? Well, they grew, as children do, and will continue to grow. They've outgrown their shoes, their uniforms, even some of their toys. Tonight, they outgrow Challenger. But Challenger will stay with them, because I know that we have prepared them well for future success. Students, you've learned a lot here at Challenger. Do you remember those songs from Miss Becky? They're so much fun, you probably didn't even know you were learning. When two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. It makes a sound just like its name, the other one goes to sleep. What about the difference between alligator, crocodile? In later years, you learned how to diagram, write in cursive, program computers. These last years in middle school, you read Macbeth, learned how to do guide reflections, rotations, and dilations. You diagrammed compound, complex sentences with infinitives, adverbial nouns, and complements of transitive verbs, just to name a few. How many other children, or even adults in the audience tonight, can say that? You learn many concepts in history, science, logic. In a few years, you may not remember each and every detail. But what will stick with you is your ability to question, think, and prove. It is not the facts, but the values that are important. As Einstein said, education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Tonight, as you graduate, Challenger has a parting gift on that back table. It's a set of books written by the one and only Richard Mayberry, or as you know, affectionately know him as Uncle Eric. There are many lessons to learn from good old Uncle Eric. The basics of economics, the justice system, ancient Roman history. But Uncle Eric loves to make you think by going beyond the basics. One example is one of my favorite acronyms, TANS TEOFL, which stands for, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. All right, some of you remember. All right. This is a lesson that some of our politicians and businessmen still don't understand. But in my mind, the two most important concepts from Uncle Eric are the two fundamental laws. These two fundamental laws are where most religious and philosophies occur. Law 1, do all you have agreed to do. And Law 2, do not encroach on other persons or their property. Part of Challenger's mission statement is to lead children to recognize and value their individuality and unalienable rights. I firmly believe that if you follow these two laws, you will accomplish our mission. I hope you feel fortunate to be an American, just as I know that you feel fortunate that your parents sent you to Challenger. Both provide an excellent opportunity and a framework for success, if you are willing to work for it. At Challenger, your parents paid your tuition, bought your uniform, drove you to school, picked you up. They may even have made your lunch. Hopefully, as you got older, you learned to make your own lunch. And if you didn't, now's the perfect time to learn. But I digress. Although your parents provide you with the opportunity to attend Challenger, it was your effort and determination that brought you here. The diploma symbolizes an achievement earned by you and provided with the opportunity by your wise and loving parents. I know getting here tonight, it wasn't easy. Like the finish line of a marathon. You persevered to see that goal reached, sweated out those last difficult miles, and we are proud of you. Imagine if Thomas Edison gave up after a first few failed experiments. What if the Wright brothers listened to those who said human flight was impossible? What if our forefathers gave up during that hot summer in 1787 while writing the United States Constitution? Like the marathoner, these individuals had the tenacity and determination to be their very best. I know that each of you will find success in your future. So far, you have proven to your teachers, your parents, and to yourself that you have what it takes. The Challenger Diploma is proof. I'd like to conclude with a question our valedictorian asked earlier tonight. What is the point of life? We don't take risks and don't aim high. Well, Hare Kriya, tonight, looking over this fine group, I can honestly say I am excited to learn the answer to that question. Excited to see how each of you determine your own destiny. Thank you.
the wonderful young people we are. Our parents have done so much to put us in this learning environment, and for that, we are forever grateful. It's easy to remember the numerous times we have been scolded or argued with our parents, but it's truly something to look back on all the great moments that would have been impossible to occur without them. As a wise man once said, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Today is the day to reflect back on our journey, how we became the class of 2015. In our future lives, we may not have the fondest memories of our graduation itself, but that's all right, as long as we remember the steps leading up to our graduation, facilitated by our parents. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for your continued support.